Hey guys, ChrisFix here, and today I want to show you some of my favorite tools. I'm going to show you my top 5 favorite tools, and then going to have a friend show you his. But first, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. So while you definitely need tools like this, and like this, that's not the complete purpose of this video. The purpose is to show you the tools that we like the most. So one of my first favorite tools is this breaker bar right here. This is essential for working on cars. You can see this is a 1/2 inch drive, so it's nice and strong. And I actually got this at Harbor Freight for like 10 bucks, so it was really cheap. And I mean, on the screen are going to be all the videos that I use it in. So what this is useful for is it provides you with enough torque because it's so long. Torque is the measure of how much force is acting on an object, and it causes that object to rotate. So there's the equation for torque. Torque is equal to the length of the arm times the force being applied on that arm. This thing is pretty long. It's 2 feet long in total, and you could even make it longer by slipping a bar over it. So the longer the breaker bar, the more torque you can create, and the easier it is to get the bolt off. That's why these little ratchets will do you nothing when you're trying to get bolts off. You can see, I mean, 2 of these together doesn't even equal the length of this. So it's important to have a long breaker bar. The other thing people do is they get a ratchet like this and they slip a metal bar over it, and then that creates an even longer breaker bar in a sense. The problem is when you use a ratchet, there's gears in here, and if you use enough torque, you'll just pop the gears and it'll just strip the internal gears in here. Ask me how I know. Definitely a tool that you should have, and definitely one of my favorite tools. And the second tool on the list of my favorite tools is a multimeter. I have 2 multimeters here. These are super helpful with electrical problems. Now, I've had numerous mechanics tell me that they don't mess with electrical systems because you can't put a wrench on electrons. And these were mostly old-time mechanics, because with today's cars, you pretty much need to know how to work with electronics. Today's cars have power windows, they have radios, they have power seats, they have heated seats, they have a million different electronics, specialty headlights, all these things, LED tail lights, I mean, just a million things that are a potential electrical problem. I have done videos on how to test your battery, how to test your alternator, how to test spark plug wires, and how to test parasitic draw or short. And I've used multimeters on those videos. None of these videos would have been possible without a multimeter. I'm currently also working on many more videos that use a multimeter to test for voltage, such as testing a brake light to see if power is getting there, and testing resistance of spark plugs to see if they're still good. Simple things like that are made possible with these multimeters. Another favorite tool of mine is this OBD2 scanner. Since 1996, OBD, which is onboard diagnostics, is required by car companies, so this tool you could see what's wrong with your car pretty much. Although OBD2 was required in 96, many cars before 96 have OBD1 systems, which were like a test run for the OBD2 systems. My van's in 95, and this scanner right here will actually work on it, no problem. So the location for most OBD2 ports is underneath the driver's side steering wheel. You just get your connector and push it right in just like that. With your connector connected, put the key in the ignition, turn it to the run position, link it, and as you can see, there's no codes in my truck. I'll show you real quickly what it looks like when you have an error code. So then you just hit the clear button, hit enter, erase successful. So now that you've seen an error code, let me show you something cool that this could do because it's a scanner. So I'm going to turn the car on. I'm going to go to the live view. And now you can see, you can get all this information. The load percentage, the coolant temperature, and then if I hit the scroll down button, the vehicle speed, the spark advance, how much air is flowing through the mass airflow sensor. So a lot of good information here. And it even has this emission light that'll let you know if it'll pass emissions. But your car has to be in closed loop for that to happen. So this gives you a lot of information, very helpful tool. If you don't want to spend money on a scanner because you're not going to use it very often, then you could also go to your major parts stores and they'll actually scan your engine for free when you have a check engine light. And they'll let you know what the code is. So then you don't even have to pay for one of these. You just go there, they'll scan it for free, and you're good to go. Another favorite tool is this jack with the jack stands and the piece of wood. This stuff here is essential for a home mechanic like myself. If you don't have a lift and you have no other way to lift in the car, a jack is completely necessary. This is a relatively low profile jack. I actually got this at Harbor Freight as well. Great price. I'm actually impressed with it. It's lasted a long time. And it fits under my Corvette. I mean, This is really low. The Vet has 3.5 inches of ground clearance, and this actually fits right under it. The other thing is this is 2.5 tons, and my truck is a little bit less than 2.5 tons. It'll easily lift up a 5,000 pound truck, no problem. The good thing about this jack too is it's a rapid lift. So, you know, a couple of pumps and you got the thing jacked all the way up. And I mean, I'm sure you've seen it in pretty much all my how-to videos that I'm lifting either the front or the rear. I'm jacking it up with this jack. These jack stands hold 3 tons, which is 6,000 pounds, which is plenty. And like I said, you also need a piece of wood. This blocks off the rear tire so the car doesn't go sliding while you're lifting it up. Very important and part of this whole system. This last tool I had to pick was a tough one. It was between this fuel pressure tester, which is amazing for diagnosing many problems, but the other tool is man's best friend. Go get me a wrench with a 9/16 socket, Spike. Good boy. Go get me a rubber mallet, Spike. Good boy. Spike, can you get me a sandwich? Okay, well, I guess you know what that means. It's time to play with the dog. Okay guys, so these are my top 5 favorite tools, and now I want you to go click on the screen and check out the other 5 favorite tools chosen by my buddy Matt at bleepinjeep.com. The link to his video is also in the description below, just in case you can't click the screen. We have a little bet going, and I said my video will get more likes, and he thinks his video is going to get more likes. So make sure you like this video, and if you're a Bleepin' Jeep subscriber, comment below and let me know if you subscribed or not and what you thought. Make sure you check out Matt's stuff. He's building a zombie Jeep, which is pretty sweet, even though I don't think the zombie apocalypse is ever going to happen. But I mean, if it does, he's ready. Check out his videos, and if you like what he does, subscribe. And finally, we want to see your favorite tools. So make a video, put it on YouTube, and then put the link below.